You are about to receive a message filled with deep emotions. Someone you know, perhaps even someone who has been in your life for a while, is ready to open up. This is not just a conversation, it's a moment of revelation that could change everything. Emotions are running high. Have you noticed that during moments of silence, this person seems to hesitate, as if they want to say something but can't find the words? This isn't just shyness, it's a sign that there is a stronger connection, something that transcends friendship or superficiality. There is a genuine desire to express what's been held in the heart. Think of the times you looked into their eyes and felt an indescribable intensity. That energy is not a coincidence, it's the universe whispering that there's something deeper between you two. The synchronicities you've noticed, like messages appearing at just the right time or songs that stirred memories, are clear indications that this person is missing you too. Now, the anticipation builds. What is this person about to say? The truth is that love can be complicated, but it's also a powerful and transformative force. When someone decides to open up, it's an act of courage that deserves to be celebrated. What's about to happen could be the key to a new phase in your emotional life. Remember, you deserve to hear this confession. All the challenges you've faced up to now have been significant steps toward this moment. It's a reminder that every pain and every disappointment has been part of your growth. You are worthy of true love, a love that brings peace and joy. Pay close attention to what's to come. This intimate conversation isn't just about what the other person feels, but also about how you feel about them. This is the moment to open your heart and be willing to receive this love, just as you are ready to share it. You might be surprised by what happens when you allow yourself to be vulnerable. And when that person finally speaks, listen with your heart. The words that come from their mouth are not just confessions, they are promises of a new possibility. Pay attention to the signs, for every gesture and every glance will tell a story greater than any word can express. Get ready. Today is a special day. Love is approaching you, and with every passing second, that connection strengthens. You are never alone on this journey. What is about to happen may illuminate your path and bring a new light into your life. Stay open, confident, and ready to receive this revelation. True love is waiting for you, and this confession could be the start of a beautiful new story. This revelation is about to create a new chapter in your life. What you feel, the anticipation in the air, and that person's hesitation are signs that something significant is happening. In moments like this, it's essential to remember the importance of open communication. Every word exchanged can be a step towards a deeper understanding between you. When someone opens up, it's not just an act of vulnerability, it's also an invitation for you to share your own emotions. This is the moment to reflect on what you truly want from this relationship. You may have wondered if your feelings are reciprocated. Now you have the chance to find out. Before this conversation, it's worth thinking about the feelings you hold inside. What truly matters to you in this relationship? How do you see this person in your life? This reflection will not only help guide the conversation, but will also allow you to connect more authentically. Clarity in your own emotions is crucial for the exchange of feelings to be sincere and productive. It's possible that you have doubts or fears. The fear of rejection is natural, but remember that opening up is an act of courage both for you and the other person. True connection is formed when both are willing to be vulnerable and honest. This can create a safe space where each person can express themselves without fear of judgment. As you prepare for this conversation, it may be helpful to practice active listening. Listening doesn't just mean waiting for your turn to speak. It involves understanding what the other person is really saying. Often emotions are found between the words, and picking up on those feelings can deepen the connection between you. Pay attention to tone of voice, body language, and what is left unsaid. These details can reveal a lot about what the person truly feels. If the conversation takes a positive turn, it's important to be open to new possibilities. What you expected to happen may not unfold exactly as you imagined, and that's perfectly acceptable. Every relationship is unique and develops at its own pace. What matters is that both of you are ready to explore this new dynamic and understand where it might lead. You may feel that this is an opportunity to define what you expect from the relationship. Don't be afraid to express your needs and desires. Clear communication can prevent misunderstandings and strengthen trust between you. By doing this, you're allowing yourself to be not only heard, but also respected. Additionally, It's crucial to recognize that not every conversation will lead to an outcome you hope for. This doesn't mean that the connection isn't valid. Every interaction is a learning opportunity for growth. Even if the response isn't what you were hoping for, that doesn't diminish what was shared. Mutual respect is the foundation of any healthy relationship, and that should be preserved regardless of the outcome. Talk about your feelings, but also about your journey up to this point. What has each of you learned from past experiences? How has this shaped your perceptions of love and relationships? These reflections can create an atmosphere of empathy where both of you feel understood and valued. As the conversation progresses, pay attention to how you feel. It's normal to experience a mix of emotions: joy, insecurity, hope. Allow yourself to feel this. Don't pressure yourself to have a perfect reaction. What's important is to be authentic. Honesty in your reactions and words can further strengthen the bond between you. And if the conversation doesn't flow as expected, remember that this is just a part of the journey. Everyone has their own emotional processing time. If necessary, give each other space to reflect on what was said. Sometimes taking time to think can be beneficial, allowing each person to better understand their emotions and what they want for the future. At the end of the conversation, regardless of where it leads, value the act of sharing. The simple fact of opening up and talking about feelings is a win. This is not something to be underestimated. Every step toward vulnerability is an achievement. Be open to continuing the conversation in the future if needed. Love is a path that is built over time and requires patience and understanding. The emotional connection you are forming can deepen as you get to know each other better and explore the nuances of your feelings. Tomorrow may bring new opportunities and experiences. Love can manifest in many forms, and each day is a chance to strengthen that connection. If this conversation is a step towards a deeper relationship, embrace it with an open heart. If it's not, know that every experience brings with it the possibility of learning and personal growth. And above all, remember that you deserve love and respect. What is about to happen could be the beginning of something beautiful and transformative, and you are on the right path by allowing yourself to open your heart. Be ready to welcome this new phase with confidence and hope. True love is closer than you think. As you prepare for this conversation, it's important to remember that clarity is key. Clarify for yourself what you really want to express. What would you like to hear from this person? How do you see yourself in a future together? These questions can guide your reflection and help you articulate your feelings more effectively. Honest and open communication can open doors that have been closed. Also, think about the expectations you have regarding the relationship. It's natural to have hopes, but it's also essential to be realistic. Each of you has a unique background and different views on love and living together. Recognizing this can help create a healthy space for the conversation. Sometimes, expectations can be a burden, so focus on what truly matters, the connection you share. Vulnerability is an essential part of any meaningful relationship. By opening up to this person, you're allowing yourself to be seen in your entirety, with your insecurities and hopes. This authenticity can be the key to strengthening the bond between you. Don't be afraid to show your emotions, as this can encourage the other person to do the same. When you present yourself authentically, it can create an environment where both of you feel safe to share your truths. It's important to be willing to listen, not just to the words, but also to the feelings behind them. Pay attention to the nuances of the conversation, as it's often in those little details that the true message lies. What isn't said can be just as revealing as the spoken words. As the conversation progresses, it's essential to validate each other's feelings. If the other person expresses vulnerability, acknowledge it. Validation is a powerful way to build trust. Saying something like, "I understand how you feel," or "It's normal to have doubts," creates a space where both of you feel welcomed. This can ease tensions and facilitate a more genuine exchange. If the conversation takes an unexpected turn, stay calm and be open to exploring new angles. Sometimes what seems like a digression can lead to an important revelation. Allow the conversation to flow naturally without rushing to reach a conclusion. The process of discovering each other is just as valuable as the final outcome. You can also use this opportunity to discuss what it means to be vulnerable in a relationship. Sharing past experiences can help shed light on how each of you deals with emotions and challenges. This exchange not only brings you closer, but can also provide insights on how to build a healthier and more lasting relationship. Furthermore, if the conversation gets challenging, be prepared to handle the tension. It won't always be easy, and it's normal to feel discomfort. This doesn't mean the connection isn't valuable. Sometimes facing difficulties is necessary for both of you to grow. Remember that the willingness to confront these moments is a sign of commitment and love. Another valuable strategy is to ask how the other person feels about the current relationship. This question can open the door to deeper discussions about what both of you expect and desire. It's a way to ensure that both of you are on the same page and can help prevent misunderstandings in the future. Honesty is crucial here. Both parties should feel comfortable sharing their truths. As the conversation unfolds, it's essential to maintain a calm and loving tone. This can help soften any potential defensive reactions and encourage a more open dialogue. Instead of criticizing or pointing out flaws, focus on your own experiences and feelings. This can facilitate a richer and more productive exchange. Sometimes it can be helpful to take a pause during the conversation. If emotions are running high, a moment of silence can allow both of you to process what has been said. This pause can bring clarity and help prevent impulsive words from being spoken. When both of you are ready, the conversation can continue with a new understanding. If the discussion doesn't go the way you expected, remember that this is not a failure. Every interaction brings with it the opportunity for learning. It's important to recognize that not every encounter will result in a happy outcome. What matters is the courage you had to open up and share your feelings. After the conversation, take some time to reflect on what was discussed. How did you feel during and after the exchange? What did you learn about yourself and the other person? These reflections can help you better understand your own emotions and what you want for the future. Self-awareness is a powerful tool in building healthy relationships. If there's a need to continue the conversation at another time, that is perfectly acceptable. Love and deep connections often require time and patience to develop. Be willing to revisit the topics discussed if necessary. Ongoing dialogue is a sign of commitment and mutual interest. Finally, always remember that you are worthy of love and respect. No matter the outcome of this conversation, you deserve to be in a relationship that values your essence. Vulnerability and honesty are essential for creating a space where love can flourish. Every step you take toward this goal is a victory in your emotional journey. What lies ahead could be the beginning of a new phase in your life. Stay open to what the future holds, as true love can manifest in unexpected ways. Each day you are getting closer to discovering what you truly want and deserve. The freedom to be yourself, in all your complexity, is what will make this journey even more meaningful. The moment you are about to experience is a turning point. Deep conversations have the power to transform how you perceive not only the other person, but also yourself. By opening up to this exchange, you're allowing yourself to explore new dimensions of your connection. It is essential to remember that vulnerability is a sign of strength, not weakness. Showing your true feelings can indeed bring you closer together. As you enter this conversation, consider that both of you have stories and experiences that have shaped who you are. What each of you has learned about love and relationships can enrich this exchange. Ask yourself, what would you like to know about his perspective? This not only shows your interest, but also creates space for him to share how he feels without fear of being judged. This dialogue should be a safe space for both of you. When you express your emotions, you create a welcoming environment that can facilitate communication. This can be especially important if the other person is hesitant to open up. Show that you are willing to listen, and this may encourage them to share as well. Active listening is key. Listening is just as vital as speaking. By listening attentively, you can pick up on nuances that go beyond words. Reflecting on what you want from this conversation is essential. This doesn't mean having a rigid plan, but rather having clarity about your intentions. Do you want to better understand this person's feelings? Are you willing to deepen the relationship or just clarify a few issues? Having this understanding can guide the tone of the conversation and ensure that both of you are on the same page. Additionally, be aware that each person may have different expectations. What might be a step towards a new relationship for you could just be a venting session for the other person. Recognizing this can prevent disappointments and misunderstandings. Therefore, when initiating the conversation, it may be helpful to share your intentions clearly. This can help align expectations from the start. As the conversation progresses, keep an open mind. What you expect to hear might not be exactly what is said, and that's perfectly normal. Each person has their own way of dealing with and expressing emotions. Be prepared to accept reality, even if it doesn't match what you envisioned. This is part of the emotional growth process. If the conversation starts to heat up or become tense, remember that it's natural to feel uncomfortable. The important thing is to maintain calm and empathy. If either of you starts to feel overwhelmed, taking a break can be beneficial. A moment of silence can allow both of you to process what has been discussed, avoiding impulsive reactions that could hinder the exchange. The vulnerability you share creates a stronger connection. Take this opportunity to talk about how each of you feels regarding past moments. What each of you has learned from your previous experiences can help shape your future together. This creates a space of empathy and mutual understanding. At the end of the conversation, take time to reflect on what was discussed. This is just as important as the conversation itself. How did you feel during the exchange? What points resonated with you the most? These reflections can help clarify your feelings and guide your next steps. If the conversation doesn't flow as expected, don't despair. Every interaction is a learning opportunity. What was said and how you felt while listening can help shape future interactions. Be open to continuing the conversation at another time if needed. Love and deep connections often take time and patience to fully develop. Validate the feelings expressed during the conversation. This can be as simple as saying, "I understand how you feel." This recognition creates a space where both of you feel understood and valued. If the other person shares vulnerabilities, it's crucial to acknowledge this and respond with empathy. If the conversation doesn't lead to an immediate outcome, remember that it doesn't mean there hasn't been progress. The simple act of opening up and sharing feelings is a significant achievement. Every step toward vulnerability is a sign that you are willing to create a deeper and more meaningful space. After the conversation, reevaluate what you want for the future. How do you envision yourself in this relationship? What are your expectations? Clarity about your intentions can help you position yourself more confidently in future interactions. Be open to exploring what has been said and seeking a deeper understanding. True love requires work and commitment. Therefore, if you need to revisit the conversation later, do so with an open heart. Continuous dialogue is a sign that both of you are investing in building something meaningful. Lastly, remember that every experience is an opportunity for growth. No matter the outcome of the conversation, you are worthy of love and respect. Value what has been shared and be open to what the future holds. Love can manifest in unexpected ways, and each day is a chance to strengthen that connection. You're on the right path by allowing yourself to open your heart. Every step taken toward this connection is a victory in your emotional journey. What lies ahead could be the beginning of something amazing, and you are ready to embrace this new phase with confidence and hope. As you prepare for this conversation, keep in mind the importance of honesty. This is the time to be true to yourself and the other person. Express your emotions clearly and directly, without beating around the bush. This not only helps avoid misunderstandings, but also establishes a healthy communication pattern between you. Reflect on what you truly desire. This is a crucial step for the conversation to flow constructively. Ask yourself what you hope to hear and what your expectations are for the relationship. This internal clarity will allow you to communicate more effectively and authentically. Additionally, be open to hearing what the other person has to say. Everyone has their own experiences and perspectives. Understanding their point of view can help create an environment of empathy and mutual respect. Be willing to accept the vulnerability that comes with this exchange. If the conversation takes an unexpected turn, stay calm. Every dialogue is a learning opportunity. The important thing is that both feel heard and respected, regardless of the outcome. In the end, value the courage they had to open up and share their truths. This is the foundation for any meaningful relationship. Before you leave, do two things now. Take a deep breath and hold on to what touched your heart today. And if it makes sense, share this story with someone who also needs to hear it.